When a woman is giving birth, she has sorrow because her time or her hour has come. But when she has delivered the baby, she no longer remembers the anguish for joy that a human being has been born into the world. That's in John 16, verse 21. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ifechi family. In my last video, we discussed the unfortunate incident regarding that 4-year-old girl. In that video, I mentioned that some people, when they conceive, they'll say, oh, it's a mistake, oh, it's a mistake, and they keep having and keep making mistakes. Let me correct that impression. No pregnancy is a mistake or even an accident. Instead, it's an unplanned pregnancy. So when you have unplanned pregnancy, you don't call it a mistake because you did not plan it, because you did not use proper family planning, and then conception occurs. It's very important for us to, as I said before, talk through how many children we can conveniently raise. Because when a child is conceived unplanned, there can be resentment from both parents or from the mother only, or it can be from both parents, as if it's the child's fault. That's why it's important for spouses, husband and wife, to plan their pregnancy so that they can anticipate the delivery of those children. I'm sure most of you must have heard of spousal rape or rape in marriage. Yes, you may wonder, why, how? Rape in marriage, why? The Bible said that you should not deny each other. The Bible said that husband and wives should consummate their marriage and they should not deny each other. Of course, that's what the Bible says, and that's how it should be. However, it may surprise you that it's now a law, even here in UK. It is a law under Sexual Offences Act 2003. And it makes you wonder, but that should not be the case. If both spouses understand the full meaning of marriage, you know how you have DV, domestic violence, you can also have this aspect of sexual rape in marriage. Basically because there's no agreement, there has been bickering, there has been violence, there has been either physical or verbal, and then after that you want to have that relationship with your wife or your husband, and they may not be ready for it because of the way they're feeling. There's no need to force it. You have to make sure that things are sorted out properly, because that kind of union between a man and the wife should be something that is mutual and enjoyed. So it's only when it's being forced in that way, that's when that term spousal rape comes up. But when things are sorted and should be the way the Bible says that husband and wife should be, if you offend each other, apologize, discuss it, communicate. Make sure that you trash things out and settle things so that you can be in that kind of frame of mind to be able to be with each other in that sense. But when where there's already some kind of violence and you want to now start this with your wife or even your husband, it can be the other way around. But most of the time, because of how men are wired, is the other way around. Is the woman that will be saying, no, I'm not interested, I don't want that, so on. We should not be doing that because the Bible says we should not deny each other. However, there must be a mutual ground. There must be a mutual understanding for that to happen. Make sure that you're living at peace and in a loving relationship. And when that is when there is a loving relationship and you're living at peace with your spouse, that kind of issue may not arise. In situations where the wife your wife says that, oh, that she has to give you a reason, you have to discuss it, so that the man, because of the way they're wired, once their mind is out of that, then they will be able to control themselves. But when there was no pre-discussion, they are not sure, maybe you're in certain time of the month, you have to discuss it with him so he will understand, and then he will know that that time you don't need to be in that kind of intimacy. It may also be that the woman knows that she is at a time when she can easily conceive if she has a union with her husband. And maybe they have not agreed on the number of children to have, or maybe the woman don't want it more, but the husband wants more. So I have seen a situation where the wife refuses because she knew that if anything happens at that time, she'll become pregnant. Again, this is poor communication. This is not agreeing. Because if you agree with your husband, the number of children you comfortably raise, and you know that you are in the time when you can conceive, assuming you're not using any other kind of family planning, they're just using your safe period, which most people use, then there should be that discussion. So he knows that that time of the month you should not be with her because you both decided that you don't want more children. But when it's the other way around, where one person wants more, another person don't want more, I've seen instances where the woman, because of that, refuses for the man to touch her and will not explain the reason, because if she explains the reason, that's when the man will say, well, this is what I want. So you see, that kind of relationship is not good. There's no genuine open communication, trust, or agreement. That's when, because there shouldn't be anything like spousal rape or that kind of word being used in marriage. It's only when things are not working well, things are not properly planned, when there's a physical or verbal abuse, or even emotional as well abuse, then things like that will start coming up. So married people, before you start denying each other, discuss it. Let the other person know the reason why you are saying what you are saying, because, or why you're saying no. Once there's that agreement, the person is your husband, the person is your wife. You are there together with each other for years and years. So there should be that understanding and respect at that time to say that, this should not be happening now because we are using safe period and I'm not safe at the moment and we are not ready for another child. Let us always try and plan